Hello lovelies people of the world. Today I would like to start a new series, and this series is going to be about little tips that is going to increase your ability in the kitchen. Through the years I have collected so many little bits and pieces of information that is very essential but usually lacked by even most of the YouTubers that I see online, and they make the real difference of creating great food and an average one or a fail. So I want to arm you with those tips so that whatever you do, from a simple egg or a very complicated beef Wellington recipe, doesn't matter. It's going to increase your vision of how you see that food and your ways of increasing the taste. If you're ready, we can start for the first episode with salt. How does salt work? For example, when we want to create a recipe from a 1 kilo of potato, a bit of onions and a bit of minced meat to create a potato stew, I need around 1 teaspoon of salt. But when making this recipe, I can put the salt in such a different way that you might feel
too much salt, not so tasty.
Or you might say, to the same amount of ingredients and same amount of salt.
Quite tasty, but needs more salt.
Or your reaction could be
quite tasty and sufficient salt.
And the only difference of these three foods, all the ingredients are same, including amount of salt, but the time that you put the salt in makes that huge difference. And I would like to tell you how the salt works when you're cooking, so that to create the best outcome, you will know when to put your salt. When we have a bit of salt in our mouth, it's a salty salt. When we put salt in our mouth, or when we have a dish, the salt works in two major ways. First one is the taste of saltiness. As you know, our tongue, we have saltiness, sweetness, sourness, and bitter, and maybe the umami. And salt, of course, gives that salty effect. And secondly, the second function of salt in food is to increase the taste of the whole thing. And how does it do that? There's something called osmosis, you might remember from high school. What does it do? It gets into the cells, opens them up. Sometimes it takes the water out, then needs an extra bit of water. That exchange of fluids makes it easier for the tasty things that you make to really get infused to inside. For example, we're going to make a stew, and stew is going to have a nice sauce of tomatoes, a bit of minced meat and onions, and for that tasty water to really infuse inside, we need salt. Salt helps for that tasty thing to get through the inside and hopefully into the middle as well, and it's going to increase the taste of the potato itself. Two functions: salty taste and increasing the taste of everything. For the saltiness, in the last minutes, like drizzling some oil, drizzling some salt or some black pepper, gives that, for example, for the black pepper, it gives the bitter taste. For the salt, gives the salty taste. So for the last minute, for the taste, we need the salt there. But to increase the taste of the food, it has to be from the beginning. First, let's make a stew. When we first put the meat, minced meat, fry it a bit, then we add the onions, then we add the tomato paste, and then we add the potatoes, and then we add the water. And voila, the stew will be cooked in that watery thing. Until this step, if you don't put any salt, what will happen? A tasty tomato pasty minced meat dish will infuse to a certain extent to the potato, and we're gonna have not so salty food, and at the last minute we put the necessary salt. Then it's a 1 heaped teaspoon. What will happen? We're gonna have a salty dish. The amount of salt will not go into the middle of the potato, for example. It will have this excess salty taste, but the whole taste of the dish is going to be, this is okay. It's quite salty actually. I would put less salt, you would probably say. I don't know, maybe about tomato paste, it's not so tasty. Something is in it is not so tasty. That's going to be the reaction that you're gonna have to that dish.
Too much salt, not so tasty.
If you say Refika, we put the minced meat, this whole salt, which is 1 heaped teaspoon. from the beginning. And the onions, and we add rest of the ingredients, and we start to let it boil. What will happen? Because it's quite salty, and when it's boiling, the salty taste of the water will be able to get infused inside very, very well, and we're gonna have a tasty food. But the taste of the salt will not be enough. The taste of saltiness cannot go as long as the whole dish. So you're gonna have a dish which is tasty but lacks a bit of salt.
Quite tasty, but needs more salt.
To balance that, you need excess salt. You need to add, for example, half a teaspoon of salt more to create the amount of saltiness you would enjoy eating. So this means actually for the same dish, you will need 1.5 times of the salt that it's needed as well. So that's another thing. Third, so this is not the answer. What shall we do? We have to put the salt at the beginning a little bit and at the end a little bit. Actually, for pepper, almost the same thing, because pepper increases the taste buds, etc. But that's a different story. I'm going to come to that maybe later on the series. How we should do it? We put the mincemeat, add a bit of salt. We put the onions, add a little bit salt to the onions as well. And then we put the tomato paste. It's salty as itself, so we don't need to put anything. Then we put the potatoes, a bit of salt, and then the water gets in. Voila. So 2/3 of the salt is added then, and in the last minute before everything finishes, in the last 3-4 minutes, for the salty taste, the last 1/3 of the spoon can get in, and we're gonna have that balanced, salty and very tasty food for this recipe.
Quite tasty and sufficient salt.
So that's basically how the salt works. As I said, for example, you might have realized a bit of it in the beginning and a bit of it in the end. But you can put, for example, to the mincemeat, the whole salt. Then what would happen? The mincemeat will be quite salty, but it might be too salty and it might not be able to give that saltiness to the potatoes. So adding a bit of salt in every ingredient that you put is a more balanced way of cooking. You might not be as friendly with the recipes to add how much. That's one thing that can happen. Maybe little by little, and maybe tasting it time to time will increase your muscles of how much salt you can add. Or follow how I do it, and then you'll be all good. So that's basically the idea of when to put the salt in is a magical difference. But I have talked now very theoretically. Now I would like to make a test of same ingredients, same amount of mincemeat, same amount of onion, same amount of garlic, same amount of tomato paste, same amount of potatoes, all gets in, and the same amount of salt. Just the timing of the salt is going to be different. And I'm going to leave my crew for their freedom. They're going to eat it, and we're going to see the results.
Bunun lezzet daha iyi. Bu tuzlu. Bu normal. Bu iyi bir patates yemeği bence. Tuzlu en son eklenen bence. Bu da ilk eklenen.
Doğru.
Bildim.
Doğru bildin. Bravo!
Too much salt, not so tasty. Quite tasty, but needs more salt. Quite tasty and sufficient salt.
Bana en tuzlu bu geldi.
Tamam.
Bu tuzun çok çekmiş gibi geldi bana. Denge olarak sanki bu daha dengeli.
Adile
Acaba
Hanım'ı
öyle mi?
alkışlıyoruz. Evet. Hope you have enjoyed our video. If you have liked the series, please press like. Any kind of support, financially or not, is all welcome. Write a comment.
And subscribe to the channel, please.
And yes, there are so many people who are watching these videos without subscribing. That's what we live on. And guys, the war is behind our backs. Turkey is going through such hard days. Any kind of support is so welcome. Thank you so much. If you really liked the series and watched it until now, please share it with your loved ones and share it in your comments so that we get that, energy to make more. Take care.